welcome to Must Watch, and we're going again with the Spanish movie because that's our language. And today we have you something very interesting. It just appeared 25th of August of this year on Netflix, and it's called...
on Netflix.
I don't know what's it called because everything is in Spanish, but I think...
we don't know if it's on...
But the translation I will give it will be the Criminal Readers Club. In Spanish is El Club de los Lectores Criminales. So I think it's kind of working.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know if it's available on Netflix United States or UK or other parts.
Probably yes, but hopefully. So, if you can watch it, and hopefully you will, if not, well, sad. But
you will watch it when it's available on platforms.
So, this is a slasher film produced by Netflix and is directed by Carlos Alonso Ojea. It's its first movie, and it's based on a novel by the same name. This novel, it takes places in the Universidad Complutense of Madrid, and we don't know that in the movie, but well, they're in a university. So basically, it's a group of friends. Well, you can tell it.
Well, so we're gonna give like a short synopsis so you can have an idea of what to expect. And we follow the story of a group of friends that they have a club, a literature club, where they read only horror or mystery books. And well, they are all university students. And so, one of the principal characters is a girl, and she has a Wattpad account. Like, they don't say it's Wattpad, but we know for sure because we watch like the app and stuff. And she creates like this story, and that gets really famous, but then she has like a writer block, and she isn't able to write more. So she's studying literature, so she starts writing an email for one of her professors to help her out. But at the end, like, she backs up and she doesn't send the email, or that's what she thinks. Because the next day the professor approaches her and tells her like, hey, I received your email, come talk to me in my office. So she goes there, but turns out the professor got a really different email. So he's getting a little bit too much romantic with her, and well, just like, well, long story short, like, her friends decide to like
prank
the professor. Like, they buy some clown masks and they go into the university in the middle of the night, and they try to scare the professor, but it turns out really bad and they end up killing him. And here's where the thing is going to get like spooky, because the next day they found out that someone uploaded on this application the whole story, and then it gets really interesting because the movie plays with the social media on who is going to be the next victim. Like, at one point, the person that is writing the stories on Wattpad also makes a poll, like deciding who is going to be the next victim and stuff. So I like it because you never know you never expect who the killer is going to be, and I think it's really sorry. I like it very much. You talk, brother.
So basically, if you saw I Know What You Did Last Summer, it's going to be basically the same. So it's this idea of a group of friends making a silence pact so they don't tell this gruesome story how they murdered someone by accident, and the killer coming from the shadows to strike them back. So we saw that story with Halloween, we saw the story with I Know What You Did Last Summer, with a lot of slashers, basically. So because it is a slasher and it follows the book very well, and I think it does a good job on being a good slasher. it doesn't set the world on fire like, oh, this is the new revelation, this is going to be the next big movie, but it's okay. It received pretty bad
But I really enjoy it.
critics
So look, I don't know why. We also talk about this with the last Spanish movie that we rated. But people tend to rate horror movies pretty low because one thing, we horror fans know that we like the slasher things. We know what we are going to receive, right, when we are watching like this kind of horror movies. So if you really enjoy the slashers, if you really enjoy like the suspense, the blood and everything, I think it's really good.
yeah,
Like,
it deliver what it promises, I always say.
it's not a masterpiece. Like, it's not going to be Psychosis or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, and also on that note, we need to be fair. Like, all the grades we gave, they're based on horror movies. Like, if I'm going to put in the same way scale
Yes.
this movie or whatever horror movie, and I'm going to say like, oh, but they said, I don't know, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Well, of course it's not going to be.
Yeah.
Like then because of that stuff, we need to be like, okay, this is horror. We're going to grade it as horror. Where we have our movies like Psycho, we have movies like Seven, we have movies like that we really like.
Get Out.
In the 5 stars, and then we go down. And I think, yeah, even Psycho, when it appeared for the first time,
People didn't like it.
yeah. So
Yeah. So why people are so hard with horror movies? I don't know.
but in this case, what I like about this movie is that the idea of using social media on it's part of the theme. Because normally nowadays I have seen that horror directors are running away from cell phones, from direct messages, as a way of, as we always have said, oh, what if Romeo and Juliet had phones? Well, there's no fucking Romeo and Juliet, right?
Well, there are some
They
toxic
could-
couples that I promise you, maybe they're going to do that. Like, it doesn't matter. They have phones or not.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the messages, you know, like just a quick message. Hey, I'm going to do this shit.
No, well, what?
Yeah. I get it. But that's the idea these people are saying out there. Like, oh, movies will not work out because of cell phones and blah, blah, blah. And this actually shows you, they fucking do. They
Yeah,
work.
because there's also one part where they do streams like on Twitch, they have TikTok, and they, like, one of the murders is happening in real life, in a life. Yeah, so that's really nice because it's like this I can't do anything and I'm watching this and I'm watching my friends die and I don't know where the hell they are and it's transmitting in live. So yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I like it. I think it uses it very well. It's very cliche, but I get it. It's a slasher. We need to go for cliches sometimes. There's a lot of winks to classical horror movies. That's also nice. I think this is the first movie with this guy and does a very, very good job. Hope he doesn't finish like the guy from Hill House. That is making like a very good series and an excellent series, a very good series. And I'm not liking it, the last one. But here I think it works pretty well. I think it's a good movie. Again, putting the Spanish horror film industry in a very good position with a very good option here. So if you have 1 hour and a half, because slashers don't last that long, I think it's a very good way.
Option.
Yeah, it's a very good way of passing time. I think it delivers well as a good slasher. It has some gruesome killings. It's like, what the fuck? And
that's the nice part.
Yeah, and they have like all these, and they have good actors. I think they're acting very good. Because you believe what they are, you know, like, oh, the cool girl that everybody wants to be with. Yeah, she is. You can see her. You can actually see all the characters as what they were intended to be, and you don't have these. Sometimes some actors that don't deliver.
Yeah,
Here
you don't believe them.
Yeah, I believe them, all of them. And yeah, so I actually like it. I think it's good. So how do you grade this movie?
I'm gonna give it 4 stars because I really enjoy it. I think it's a really good movie, and because it kept me entertained the whole time, and I didn't expect the plot twist, like who the killer was going to be.
No?
No.
I did.
Well, shut up. Well, and the ending, it's not one of my favorites, but
It's very slasher.
it's a very slasher ending, so I get it. But yeah, I was telling my brother what.
It's very convoluted. It's like, okay. Very Deus Ex Machina. Why? Because fuck yeah.
Because I can, yeah. But well, anyhow, I was telling my brother that I forgot what I was telling you.
No.
Oh fuck. I was telling you that. Oh yeah, I also have like this way of rating movies, and it's how many times did I check my phone. And with this movie, I didn't grab it, like I think maybe once. So it's really nice. And with that series that we are watching, that we are always talking about that we are not liking it, I'm always having my phone in my hands. So yeah, so that's not.
Also because they're very bad actors.
They have really bad actors. But well, anyhow, how?
Yeah, they have very good ones, and it's a problem because it's
Just
a
a big
very
cast.
long, very big cast, and you have good actors delivering, middle actors like, yeah, and then you have the guys that are like, oh, this is
Why
horrible.
would you put an entire episode of this person that doesn't know how to act? But anyhow, we're going to talk about that next week.
Also very bad editing.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about that next week.
Sometimes I think actors act bad because they are not being given very good instructions.
That's also true.
So
But anyhow, how many stars are you going to give to this movie?
3.5.
2.5?
3.5.
I was like, why in the Spanish episode did you rate it with more stars?
3.5 because I think it's good. I think it's a good movie. I have a good time with it. It doesn't fall as bad as other examples we have given, like Lovecraft Country, when we were saying like, oh, it falls bad.
No,
But here, no, I don't
this
think
one
it
is
falls
nice.
bad. I think the cliffhanger, like, well, no, the
Plot twist?
the plot twist is like, oh, it's nice. I kind of knew it, but it's okay. So I think it's a good movie. It delivers what it promises. I think it's fun. I had a good time also watching it, and yeah, I think it's a good option if you have 1 hour and a half available. So
Hopefully you're going to find it with English subtitles. If not, well, learn a new language. The hell?
I watch it with subtitles.
We watch it with English subtitles. Yes.
I didn't understand what the fuck they were saying. I was
No,
like,
yeah, sure.
do I speak this language?
Do I even speak this language?
know.
Yes, true. That's fucking true. Yeah, we saw it
but,
with English subtitles, so you can also do that. Yeah.
I have seen a lot of. Here I saw a bit about that. Someone saying like, "Why do I need to watch this with subtitles? It's my own language." It's like, yeah, the way audio is being created nowadays, it's not that great. There's sometimes I'm not understanding things at
also-
all. It's for example in English, when you're watching Tom Hardy act, it's like, I need subtitles. I love Tom Hardy. I love how he acts.
Well,
But
we
he
are
fucking mumbles, and
we're
he's like,
also watching Peaky Blinders, and I need subtitles. I always need subtitles. But we also saw an Argentinian movie. We should talk about that movie here. Well,
yeah, also it's very good because it's also crime.
Yeah, it's
And,
really nice. But we had to use English subtitles because we didn't understand.
But the worst one was, I didn't watch it because I arrived late and you weren't really watching that movie, but it was about a Mexican prison. Like, it was a documentary about the Mexican prison. And you were watching it with subtitles.
Yes. and
And I made fun of you when I arrived, and then they start speaking. I was like, yeah, I don't know sort of
right?
thing.
Yeah, like sometimes I don't even understand what you are saying. Like I need fucking subtitles for it.
Because I tried to mold and to speak like the person. It's like with your ex-boyfriend. That he didn't understand sometimes what I was saying
Yes.
in his own language. And it's like, yeah, I speak it very well. But yeah,
Well,
that's it. I think that's a good movie. Watch it if you can, and let's hope you can. So see you next week.
and follow us on our social media.
Hopefully we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye.